Osla Mentor channel. In this video, I'll be talking about 7 high converting sales closing strategies for solar businesses in Nigeria. The things I want you to understand in the solar business is that it's not about selling solar in Nigeria. It's not just about explaining wires. It's not just about explaining batteries, inverters, and all kind of things. But one of the things I've come to understand in this solar business is about trust, timing, and closing the deal at the right moment. See, now I have this client that calls me. He wants to wants to do solar installation. So he was very skeptical, and I can understand because of probably heard a lot of stories about all those things about solar. People that do solar, probably solar doesn't last, or it stays, the battery doesn't do. Now, one of the things I always do is to pay attention. You see, when you listen more to a client, you will find their pain points out of what they are talking. You must not talk more than the client. You have to listen to the client first. Then you understand what he or she is looking for, or probably what their fear is. So I understand the first thing is that he's afraid that if he does it, is he going to enjoy it the way he wants to enjoy it? So I use few of the strategies to close the deal, and I'm going to share with you just 7 of them today. Number one of them is the energy pain point. You see, most customers don't buy solar because of technology. They buy because of, NEPA frustration. So instead of you pushing specification and, all those other things that you'll be talking about, the first thing I did is I bring the conversation most times to their pain point. Now, the pain point means probably the person is always, during the hot weather, the heat is also always unbearable. Are you getting? The heat is always unbearable. So I'll bring the conversation down to the heat aspect. Look, sir, when you have solar and when there is no lights, you experience a lot of comfort because you have solar, while other people are rushing to go and buy generator, buy fuel in their generator and all kind of things. Immediately they take the light, your solar picks up. You won't even know when it switches. Now that conveniency alone can make the person, change their mind. Another strategy which I also use is the cost comparison. You see, thank God we all know how expensive fuel is nowadays. Fuel is highly expensive. So sometimes one of the strategies I use is if you look at your fuel, how you fuel your generator on a weekly basis or probably a monthly basis, if you multiply that, you know, you understand that you are saving more when you install solar. And I also want you to have at the back of your mind, now coming back to you, I also want you to have at the back of your mind that we Nigerians, we have like we're highly cost sensitive. Are you getting me? Now, most of the times I use this to calculate what I'm selling to the customer and let them know that look, solar is not expensive. It's just because you want to do it at once that's making it to look as if it's expensive. Now, the third one is I use the today's price advantage. Now, why do I do that is not because it's a strategy, because sometimes you can price a product or probably you want to install a solar, probably the inverter, the battery, the particular price, probably one inverter might be probably 5 kV inverter might be at the rate of maybe 586 to like 700 depending on the brand. Now, if you have quoted this thing, probably the battery, everything, if you have quoted it for the client, and on the long run, during you guys talking, probably you gave him a week to 2 weeks to time interval for him to be able to purchase this thing. If he didn't make that purchase at that time, by the time he comes back, the price might have gone up and the code will change. He might not be able to do it as at that time. Are you getting me? So what I usually do is I will explain to them, sir, I want you to understand that we can give you at this price today. If you're ready, I can give you Probably the total cost is around maybe 1 to 2 million naira. I can give you at the rate of maybe 1.8 today. Let's say the thing is 2 million. I can give you for 1.8 today if you are ready. And sometimes the advantages work more. But probably if you want to move it to next month, hey, you let them know that okay, for today price, this is price I can give you. But if it's going for till total date, this is what I can give you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a discount on ground today. So that is why I'm giving you at this discounted price. So what you need to ask them is, should we come to a store tomorrow or you prefer next week? Now let's go to the fourth one. This is the tied option closing. Now, one of the things I always do, or I always let my clients do is I don't give them option. I always give them choice. Now, why I give them choice is the fact that it's an advantage for them because they'll be able to, look at what they can afford and when they can afford it, which will make it better for both of us. And this is how I do it. I have different package. I have the basic package, which is for small homes. Like the basic package is, let's say from 1 kVA to like let's say 2.5 kVA. Probably people that just want to have, lights. They want to have just lightning, charging up phone, TV, maybe their decoder, and charge their phone, then Bluetooth or laptop. So those are the kinds of ones that are for small package. Now, I also have the standard package, which is for average home. That one's good from like 3.5 kVA to like 7.5 kVA. With that one, you can for the average family, you can use it for probably fan, fridge, freezer. You can even use it to pump water. That's one I always explain to them that if you want to use it to pump water, make sure that you're pumping at the peak hour when the sun is high. That's alone. And I always help them, this is how you're going to use it so that you can enjoy it more. I give more explanation to them, they understand. Now for the premium package is from 10 kVA to like 30, 40 kVA. Now these ones are for full buildings. I'm not talking of full buildings, I mean like full duplex or 5 bedroom apartments, or somebody that has a supermarket store. So these ones are I've done for companies too, probably for supermarkets. These are the ones, the premium package are for homes. Now, in my experience, most people would rather go for the average family, that's the standard package. Most people go for the standard package because everyone's mostly the wife wants to freeze her food stuffs. So she doesn't want to joke with it. Women don't joke with their fridge or freezer. So they are always putting it. So that's one of the things you should understand. When you give them choice to make and you give them different packages, they will understand. And it depends on how you put it to them. You will discover that they won't want to go for the lower package. Everybody wants convenience, so they'll go for something that can give them that convenience. Though some people, because of financial status or something, they'll go for the basic package. Is it not just to have lights and few fans to blow me and I can easily work on my system? Yes, a lot of people even go for that, not even few. So this is one of the things that you need to have in mind. Now for the fifth one, the testimony proof close. You see, trust is everything in solar business, and this is one thing that I want you to have at the back of your mind. By the time you start getting installation, you start getting people, to patronize, you start having clients, make sure you have videos, evidence, like videos. Let evidence full ground. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Do video, use the video as a testimony. Have a, what's it called, social media account that you can, you build your social media presence for your company, or probably you're using your name, anyone you choose to. Do full video of before and after the installation. Then also take photos, your complete project, take photos. If you are good, you can even tell most of your clients to help you, the ones that are satisfied, like your satisfied customer, that that okay, these people are well satisfied with me. Get their testimony, they will easily give it to you. These things is just for you to ask, please, can you help me write a testimony. You can put it on your page. With their name, it will show. Are you getting me? It will help your local search when people are looking for you online. It will even help. You can just send it that, okay, look at my website, see what these customers are saying. Are you getting me? Now, another thing is if you install, are you getting me? Probably install in Lekki or Aja, or probably around the Keja, or in Port Harcourt, anywhere you install. When you're uploading, use the location, not the address. So let's assume you install in a particular address in Ikeja. Ikeja is a local government. You're not using that person's address. Just okay, this installation was done at Ikeja, and thank God all social media have it now. You can just put in the location. That alone is one of the things that will help you close sales faster. Now let's go to the system. Installation assurance. Like I said earlier, if you've been following my video from the beginning, I talk about the major fear of my customer. What if something goes wrong? What if, are you getting me? Now, they will ask this question. They will ask you the question of, what if I buy it and I didn't enjoy it? What if I buy it and it didn't work? What if I buy it? Now, this is where you let them know that, okay, look, I assure you this thing is going to work. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you this if this thing is not going to work. If there's any issue, if it's still under warranty, I'm going to do replacement for it. There was one job I did one time like that, and there was an issue with the inverter, probably electrical fault or something in the house. So the inverter was built with high intelligence. It has high intelligence. So the stabilizer shut down. When we took it, I didn't repair it. What we just did, I said, okay, look, we are not repairing this, but I already gave this person my word. So we did a replacement. Though before we did that replacement, I put a stopgap so that they can be using it. So we did the replacement, and since then everything is going. So that assurance alone will make the client wants to deal with you, wants to patronize you, because it's not easy putting a big amount of money down just because you want to do installation and you're not getting value for it. Nobody wants to waste money. So you should be the person to give them the assurance. Okay, look, don't worry. Put your mind at rest. I'm going to get you a very good job. Now, the seventh one. Now, most of the time is after the whole explanation, I've come to realize that most deals are lost probably at the final stage, and a lot of overwhelming discussion. Now, one of the things I usually say is I always go straight to the point. So, should we come and install tomorrow or on Sunday, or what time will you prefer us to come this week? Now, I also put in this, so I'll just say, okay, can we come in the morning or probably in the afternoon? And from experience, most customers want you to come in the morning. In fact, as early as 6 a.m. to start the installation, because before the sun gets to the peak time, to the probably around 12, they want to start seeing the function of the solar, how it works. They want to see the reading, and they are eager to use it. So one of the things I've come to understand is they will always prefer morning, and most times they prefer weekend when they are at home, so that they can see what you are doing, tell you where to put it, and also try to supervise you while you are working, which is one of the good things. It's just that you make sure that they don't interrupt your work. So I want you to understand that. So always ask the direct question. When do you want us to come and install? Don't ever say, okay, what do you think? No. When do you want us to come and install? Today, tomorrow, or on Wednesday? Just give them your own particular time. Now the client will now be the one to let you know, okay, no, come so time. Just like I said earlier, they prefer weekend and in the morning. Those are the things that you need to learn when closing a deal, a solar deal mostly. Now, the final part. You see, in Nigerian solar market, closing is not about pressure. That's one thing you should understand. It's about clarity, it's about trust, and it's about timing. I will do a subsequent video that will talk more on how to get customer. This is a closing, but how to get a customer. You need to have a customer before you can close a customer. So from that place, I will see how we can go. Thank you.